Welcome back to VW Farm. I'm Mike, and it's about 9 degrees out on a nice crisp January day. In this video, we're going to take this push seeder and retrofit it to ride behind our tractor. We're going to build a bracket so it'll ride behind, and when we lift up on the piston or the back lift, it'll raise up and then lower down, and it's going to work out good. Because let's be honest, bending over and putting seeds in the ground is a thing of the past. So let's get this started. Okay, some tight quarters in the garage, or my shop rather. This is my plan, at least, is we're going to build this is our tractor drawbar. We're going to build a bracket to bolt to that, and then we're going to have it come down with two pieces of steel, one on either side, and that'll be our pivot points. And then I want to have some steel come up and back so we can get to the back of this, bolt it right here on the back part. So when we lift our arms up, the whole mechanism will raise, and then when we lower it, it'll lower down to the ground. The other reason too why I want to have that bracket is so I can put some weight on this, because we do want a little bit of downward force for this wheel to spin. It's a little tight, but with a little bit of weight, a little bit of downward pressure, it should work. So let's get started on making that bracket and see how things line up. Certainly not the greatest welder in the world, but that's okay, it all comes in time. I welded a piece of pipe to that plate, and we're going to run two pieces of steel, one on either side, back to that seeder. So let's do that. First we got to drill a 1/2-inch hole because I have a bushing so we can slide a bolt through. And I already drilled my pilot bit. And then let's measure, cut it, and drill a hole on the other side. Okay, I ran to the hardware store to get a longer bolt. Here's my elaborate setup. There's a bronze bushing in the hole of the steel, and I'm using some washers as spacers. We're going to slide that through the pipe. Put our other side on. Whoop. Put our washers on. Put our other side on. Put our last washer on. And then put our 3/8 washer, lock washer, nut, and tighten it down. So basically, once it's tightened down, we should have pretty free movement like this. I should have been an engineer. I like to overcomplicate everything, and it seems that's in the HVAC world, that seems to be the case with engineering, because everything's just overcomplicated. It's tightened down, free movement. There's not much movement on the downward force, so we might have to add some weight to it, but we'll see what happens. Put these brackets on. This is where we can set our weight if we need to. It's pretty heavy as it is, but you never know. We also got a little piece of steel that we're going to mount here, and then I have an eye hook or an eye bolt that we're going to weld to the back of this, and then we're going to hook it up to our lift mechanism. We have a 2-point hitch right here, and I took a piece of 1/2 inch gas line pipe, and I stuck 3/8 bolts on either end, and ironically enough, they fit in like it was meant for it. We're gonna stick that in between here, and then put another eye hook, and then run a cable between the two, and that'll be our lift mechanism. We have our blue cable here. We're just gonna put it through this eye hook and this eye hook on the machine, and then try to lift it. All right, let's test it out, see if it works. I say that works to me. So basically how this seeder works, there's a seed plate in this tray, or this hopper, and as this front wheel moves, it turns that hopper in the back, and that's what drops the seeds down. We'll have to do a test on it in the spring, but until then, we're just going to put it up, and then we'll paint it in the spring. The whole body's aluminum, so that doesn't need painted, but the steel will need painted so it doesn't rust. And then we'll have this out in the spring, planting in the garden. So I hope you liked this video. This was a very fun build for me. I've been wanting to do this for a long time now. I'm really glad that it's done. I can't wait to test it out, so you'll be there to watch that too. Please subscribe, like this video. Please leave a comment. I enjoy reading people's comments, tips, tricks, any ideas, criticism, anything you got. I like to read those and I'll reply to you. So until then, we'll see you next time, and we'll catch you on the next one.